My name's Ed Barrett, I'm a producer and engineer. I run Barrett Collectives and I'm going to show you how I mix and mastered this song from Mully. Mully's a UK rap artist. I've worked with him since his first ever song. There's only one song he's released that isn't mixed and mastered by me. So yeah, I'm going to take you through step by step, my whole process, recording, explain everything, and then you'll get the gist. So the first thing we do is record. I think my next video on this channel is going to be the recording session that we did, but essentially we just recorded the vocals and then all I've done is taken out the breaths of every single one and then highlighted every single one and just put fade in, fade out. So there's no clicks coming in and out. Moving on to the mixing, I'm going to let you listen to the song and then I'm going to explain everything I did.
Done by Ed.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different. I know they at X keep talking a lot. Everyone knows guys in prison. And he never had you dressing right, so you know I gotta style you different. Show you the way these rappers live. 10 G's ain't nothing, it's wisdom.
I might change some things. It's a very rough mix. I did this in about 15 minutes, but I just wanted to get the point across for YouTube. The first thing I actually do on all my vocals is use a D-reverb. This isn't the most like acoustically treated room. This would just take all the reverb out of the vocals and make it sound more studio-like. This is what it sounds like with nothing.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different.
And then with the D-reverb.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different.
It's a very, very slight change, but there is a change. Just imagine it. The next thing I have is an EQ. Very simple EQ. I'm compressing some of the lows, adding some highs, taking out 3k hertz. That's just a really shit like frequency on a vocal. This to sort out some boominess that I ought to have had in the vocal. Also, when you're adding compression later on in the chain, make sure that you go back to these things and change accordingly. Like, don't think that you can't go back because you added them earlier on in the chain. Next, I had a de-esser. It's literally just taking out like 3 decibels of S's. That's all it's doing. And then the CLA2A. I'm going to play it with and without the CLA2A. This is with.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different.
This is without.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different.
Just through de-essing, 10 dBs of compression, and a little bit of EQing, we've got a pretty decent sounding vocal. The next thing I'm adding is an SSL channel. This is an analog plugin, but obviously it's software. But EQ, compression, and a bit of noise gate on this. So I've got a low pass at 100 hertz, adding some highs, taking out 3k hertz again, adding 800 hertz, taking out 800 hertz, taking out 300 hertz, a little bit of noise gate and a little bit of compression. Let's see how that sounds with and without. This is without.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different.
And this is with.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different.
Now we're really starting to like polish the vocal and actually get into sounding releasable. Multi-band compression. I could do a whole fucking video explaining this. But essentially, say this is the whole EQ. You got this part, you don't want to compress this part. This part, you want to compress this part. This part, you want to compress this part a lot. So you compress this part a lot, you press this part a little bit, and you compress this part nothing. And now, some of it's compressed and some of it's not. That's a multi-band compressor. So you can compress certain frequencies of the vocal and leave others untouched. So this is with and without.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different. And you're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different. And
very heavily compressed on the low end. Again, I could do a whole video explaining this. I'm not going to explain any of it now because it would just take too long. And if I explain a little, it's one of them things. If I explain a little bit of it and not the rest, you'll just get so fucking confused. If you want me to do a video on it, just leave it in the comments. Soothe. I fucking love this plugin. This plugin, basically what it does, it takes out all the harsh frequencies of the vocal.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different. You're my baby, you're having my baby. You're my baby, you're having my baby. You're my baby, you're having my baby.
Our vox is very, very simple. Literally just -4, -4. Boom. It literally just squishes the vocal. Next thing, reverb. So I've got an R-verb on this. 1.55 time, everything else is kind of the same, and I've got it on a bus where I've turned it down by 20 decibels. and it's about halfway on the bus. This is what it sounds like.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different. I know they at X keep talking a lot. Everyone knows guys in prison.
I've also got an EQ on the end of it to take out the highs and the lows. The EQ's on the bus just to make sure that the reverb isn't doing anything that it shouldn't be doing. And then I've got echo.
You're my baby, you're having my baby.
Literally just adds that little bit of bounce at the end of the vocal. These are my settings for my echo. 1 for 64% feedback. I think that's actually, if you open echo and just put it to 1 for, I think that's just what it is. And then a little doubler. Doubler is very important. It's basically like stereo imaging, kind of not. But listen to it with and without and you'll get what I mean.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different. You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different.
It might make sense to you, it might not. But that's my vocal chain. If you want me to, I can do a video like going in depth on every single little thing, every single little plugin, but that's not really what I intended this video for. I just want to show you how I mix vocals. Something completely different could work for you, by the way. Like this, there's no like right answer to vocal mixing. And then on my master, I've got an EQ just boosting up certain frequencies. And then I've got an IM pusher, it's a plugin from Waves, adding some stereo image, pushing it. I've got the magic up a little bit of body. It's a bit like an EQ, but for a master chain. Abbey Road, all I use from this is the stereo spread. I might up that a little bit, actually. And then a limiter. Now let's listen to it with and without the master. This is without.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different. I know they at X keep talking a lot. Everyone knows.
And now with.
You're my baby, you're having my baby. From Paris, we're living it different. I know they at X keep talking a lot. Everyone knows guys in prison. And he never had you dressing right, so you know I gotta style you different. Show you the way these rappers live 10 G's.
That is how I mix and master vocals. Again, the reason for this video was literally to show you how I do it, not how you should do it. If you want videos like that, put in the comments what videos you want. Like, do you want to learn about EQ? Do you want to learn about compression? Do you want to learn about serial compression? What do you want to learn about? And I shall do it. That's what I intended this channel for. But yeah, first video on the channel. Let's go, champ. Goodbye.